Hello guys, and welcome to episode 19 of my Armored Fury campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously, we had probably one of the fastest battles ever, with the 440th attacking the Green Howards and defeating them in just over 3 minutes. That was kind of crazy. We did also attack on the right flank, and more of that will happen later in our turn. But today, we're going to be focusing on this left flank. We just got to find the units that have the fatigue to push up, or I guess are more fresh than the others that have fatigue. So we have these units down here that are pretty good for that. You've got the Okrani, got the Descent. We've also got this BMP unit, although that BMP unit, it's not in range, but I could move it up just so that it's maybe in range next turn, something like that. So I might just move them up like that. We'll back them up in a moment with some of the tanks that are fatigued. Like this one, for example. This one's 7 out of 8 fatigue, so that can kind of shift over in this direction. Up there. I think this one got involved with the battle with the helicopters, didn't it? So, yeah, that's at least going to be able to help defend if necessary. We're not going to attack with any that are 6 out of 8. So, for example, these can also move over. They can take a hit on defense, but on attack they use 2, and on defense it only takes 1 fatigue, I think. So yeah, they're okay for defense. But anyway, we'll move them over there. That's going to leave a bit more space on our front line to mess around with things. We do have this unit, which has all of the AT guns. It is an auxiliary unit, so it can't initiate an attack on its own. If I want to use the Descent, the only place they can attack it from is here, so we'll move them up first. We can move the Okrani next to them. It's fine. And then the helicopters. Not quite sure what to do with the helicopters. Also, these 2 tank units can probably just stay here. They're 7 out of 8 fatigue. They can just defend the right flank near Zinda, because these troops could try and come back across. That's a 6 out of 8. I kind of want them to commit to like a proper battle. So if I was to do an attack like this against the 3rd Battalion, the Royal Anglian, we could get the 1st and the 3rd Light Infantry involved. I don't know if the light is the combat battalion, it's not auxiliary. So 2 of those would join us, and then probably some artillery. If I were to attack like this, and then bring in my artillery, that's going to be 8. But they would be expecting me to bring in the big boys plus aircraft, and then it becomes a major victory. So they probably wouldn't commit. But what I can do is maybe shift things back a little bit. So, for example, move these out of the way. This Rosbetica Battalion, it doesn't have any action points, so I don't really want it on the front line anyway. We'll just shift these back a little bit. Let me just check this again. So that would be that. Need this one out of the way. I do want to bring forwards this unit anyway, the 2nd Battalion, the 40th, because they could do a follow-up attack. Let's maybe move the helicopters over here. Move those down a little bit. And then that should be everything. What's the greatest artillery threat? That'd be this one, plus aircraft would be a draw. So I think they'll commit to this. And it's going to be a pretty sticky battle, I imagine. But it is going to be a good one if we win, because we're going to be able to get a lot of value for our fatigue. These are obviously completely fresh, and if I can take out 1, 2, 3 units in one go, that would be fantastic. Or at least so defeat them, weaken them, take away their fatigue, etc. So yeah, let's go. We'll see how we get on. They are going to have some pretty strong artillery, so we will need to make sure our counter battery is on point. So that's going to be the first point of call. And then other than that, it's a matter of just engaging at a distance. Now, fortunately for us, the Ochrani does come with like 6 T80s, so those are going to be particularly important to use, especially in the more open areas. And then our artillery counter-battering their artillery is going to be super, super important. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with a bunch of Akatsayas, and we're going to bring in a leader. I kind of wish, like, before the game started, you could see, like, the leader radius, because basically all of these I want in the leader radius, and we'll put them on counter-battery immediately. We can throw up the Razvedka to see what's going on. And then we just want to contest and take it slow. That's kind of what this battle is going to be like. Because it's a primarily infantry battle. So it's going to be a slower one. Because it takes a while to kill enemy infantry. We need to get leaders into each of these locations. Trying to look for a good spot for it to hide. I could probably go in here, actually. Hide in the farm. And then this one can hide, just be back on this side, that's fine. That one can go here. And then we need one for the center, which can probably go in the corner back here. Then we'll be looking for ATGMs to defend those. ATGMs might get popped by artillery, but going to be useful for hitting transports before they get too close. I'll probably put one on this right side as well. And we could certainly use one here. So aside from that, we probably want a tank with at least one tank with each of these leaders, just to defend them. I think the main battle is going to be in the artillery. Okay. And then we have PKM squads. These can certainly just... we'll spread them out a little bit, so they don't get popped by the same artillery shell. The Ochrana, pretty good for just spotting for us. So let's just throw a few of those around, because they're security traits, so they have good optics while they're stationary. I could spread out a bunch of Vasiliks, or even just like 120mm mortars could be a good idea, just to kind of help a little bit with engaging any annoying infantry targets. Just spread a few of those out. Could also be nice counter battery bait. I don't really mind if those mortars die. I don't use them that often. We have just enough left for 3 more tanks, so I'm tempted to do that. We don't really have this area covered. I want to make sure that this tree line is covered, so let's do Monostralki. I can move here with some recon units. I think that's going to be the last of my points spent. A couple Descent Razvedka, that'll do. A couple SPG9s, why not? Okay. That seems alright to me. I'll just bring up the rheostat here. This is a pretty cool, interesting unit. Let's go. Yeah, this thing's funny. It's just got its little radar on top. It's like a BT, like a BRM hull or something. I can't remember what they're called. It's not a BRM. Pretty sure they're riding in some of them in the unit. BMDs. It's a BMD hull. That's what it is. With a little radar on top. Run! We're not in range to engage that with the SPG. Are we going to have to... Well, does that have smoke? No, it doesn't. Okay, it's dead. A lot of scimitars and foxes as well. That's a bit awkward. Let's get these unloaded. All the boxes again there. Alright, let's let the T-80 get over here. Oh, fuel explosion. Worst crit. Worst crit I could have asked for. Alright, let's get these unloaded. Fire it well. Maybe they can help fend off some of these annoying units. Warno are having a bad time. Okay, so left flank didn't go so well. I'm gonna need those tanks by the looks of things. We'll bring them, 2 of them to the left there. Yeah, my BTR that was capturing on the right. Like I should say in the center. Taken out. What am I going to do for leaders then? I could do Dasan leader. Get the Dasan Niki in as well. Contesting right side. I need to contest mid ASAP. So we'll bring some Dasan to the middle. We're going for morale victory anyway, so not being able to like capture these sectors from the start is not like a huge thing. It just kind of saves me. It's just sort of like an out. If later in the game I need to go, oh, maybe we'll just end it with conquest, then at least they won't be so far ahead if I capture them early. But no, it doesn't really matter. Shame. Would have been nice to kill more of those recon vehicles. Scorpions and the boxes and stuff. Maybe they'll come back again once I start putting leaders in position. There's one. One of my mortars just got counter batteried. Hopefully the Alcatraz can get to work. I'm going to bring in some more of those. Box is gone. Good.
Есть такая профессия — родину защищать. Развязать точно! Слышно, товарищ командир.
Выходим и в стороны. Жду ваших указаний.
Жду новых указаний. Движение на горизонт. Торможу. Слушаю, товарищ командир. Самый легкий путь уже заминирован. Весь во внимании.
The right side is looking pretty safe for now. It's good.
Здесь легкая добыча.
Looks like the
Готово, командир.
counter batteries coming in on these, I could say. Let me just move them out the way. Oh, we did manage to counter battery that one, actually.
Еще один готов. Движение на горизонте.
Двигатель работает. Мы ждем.
Сдаем назад.
Понял. Меняю позицию. Отбой.
Жду новых указаний.
We'll keep moving up the off runner because they have that optics that I need.
Надо было идти в связисты.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Проверить снаряжение. Всем залечь. Жду. Отделение. Стой.
Вперед! Ищем цели! Понял! Меняю позицию! К бою! Готов!
По вашему приказу взвод. Отделение. Стой. Всем залечь.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Хорошо,
I'll
горит!
bring in some artillery that can be used for fire at will. Although the mortars are kind of doing that for us at the moment, harassing the enemy.
Достанем их из-под земли!
Я ранен.
Ooh, okay, there's a lot of stuff
Жду
there.
новых указаний!
We found some of the scimitars anyway.
Обнаружен противник.
Poured this on Nikki paid the
По
price.
вашему приказу взвод построен.
Движение начал! Готовы вдарить, товарищ командир. Склонение!
Обнаружен противник.
Торможу! Весь во внимании! Еще бы чуть-чуть!
I'm gonna bring in some of these BMDs.
Внимание!
Аты-баты шли солдаты.
Ooh, what killed that?
На связи!
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к
Oh,
бою.
losing it one of those TATBs is really bad.
Разговорчики с бегом марш.
Он так и не понял, что это было.
Maybe I put it on a move order instead of an attack move order. That's a big mistake.
Такси заказывали.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Склонение! 10 градусов! Огонь! Еще один готов!
Кажется, это не наши.
Служу Советскому Союзу.
А?
Всем залечь.
Громко и четко! Вперед! Ищем цели! Выше нас только звезды! Враг близко! Защищайте оружие!
Осторожно, нас здесь всех перестреляют. Я ранен.
Hopefully the Ekata is coming in here for the FB432s. We'll just destroy them. Kits.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Да, товарищ командир. Газ заряжен, к бою готов!
Жду приказов.
Выходим и в стороны.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
I'll bring up some of these Vasileks, and they can also help. They'd be particularly good at taking out the Milans for me.
По местам! Молодец! Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Проверка связи! Прием!
Wondering if I should resupply these 120s. I think I will.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Товарищ командир! Хорошо горит! По местам!
Начать движение. О контактах докладывать.
Хорошо горит!
Надо было идти в связисты. Цель поражена! Может, сделаем, товарищ командир. Цель поражена! Кажется, это не
We're doing well on counter battery for sure.
Царица полей слушает. Так держать, бойцы!
По местам! Достанем их из-под земли! Товарищ командир!
I'm bringing my T-80 over this way so that maybe I can kill some more of those
Красная армия всех сильнее.
vehicles. I'll get the Mortar Strike to start crossing as well.
Выполнение
tank
боевой задачи готов.
We'll be in position to cover them.
На связи! Я броня! Цель обнаружена!
Выходим на рубеж спешивания.
Так точно, товарищ командир! Торможу!
Такси заказывали?
Я броня! Цель обнаружена!
Говорят, это бой на острие атаки. Еще один готов.
На связи! Так точно, товарищ командир!
Одним империалистом меньше.
Выходим и в стороны. Еще один готов.
Yeah, so there's, I think, just killed another Milan on that side.
Так ему. Связь налажена. Прикрываем пехоту.
Весь во внимании! Быстрей, поехали!
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Я броня! Цель, товарищ командир!
Выходим на рубеж.
Понял. Меняю позицию. Отбой.
We're going to try and move some units
Царица
up
полей слушает.
a bit further here. There is a ferret there. Let's just move up the D80 that we have.
Тыловой.
Обнаружен противник.
Танки грязи не боятся! Эх, путь дорожка фронтовая. Товарищ командир?
Puma supply vehicle.
Выполнение
Interesting.
боевой задачи готов.
Хорошо!
Кажется, это не наши.
Красная армия всех сильней. Оружие на изготовку. Аты-баты шли солдаты. По вашему приказу взвод построен.
Торможу!
У нас потери.
Хорошо горит!
Just gonna keep bringing in more of these Vasileks. They have a lot of ammo, so I think they'll be useful for a long time.
Второй взвод готов.
Молодец, заводчик!
Counter battery coming in on them as well is not too bad. Don't mind it.
Молодец, наводчик!
We've all just moved this one.
Выгружу вот там.
Может, чайку?
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Так точно, товарищ командир.
Проверка связи. Прием.
Что новых указаний?
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
A lot of Milan 2s.
Орудие готово, командир.
See if maybe we can pop a few of those.
Товарищ командир,
Other BMPs don't have smoke.
аккуратно.
Всем заметь. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Those Rover Milans are
К бою, готов.
pretty scary because they cannot be seen by my BMPs if they don't have at least good optics.
Держать, бойцы. Все ранены. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться
At least
к
not
бою.
until they fire.
Готов. Газ заряжен. К бою готов.
По вашему приказу взвод построен. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Красная армия всех сильней.
Вперед! Огонь с корон!
Второй взвод. Подвигаемся.
Связь налажена.
Молодец, наводчик!
Транспортировки готов.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
I do have Thessaloniki with Metis, which I'm bringing up. Those should help a lot with the Foxes, because they'll be able to more or less match the range of the Foxes. It might be a little bit short, but
Проверка связи. Прием. Нормальные герои всегда идут в обход. Движение на горизонте.
Красная армия всех сильней.
Слушаю, товарищ.
yeah, the Ochrana actually doing a pretty good job of spawning things for me.
На связи!
Кажется, это не наши. Развернем здесь наблюдательный пост.
Нас здесь всех.
Торможу! Молодец!
Оружие на изготовку.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Chieftain Mark 9 on the left. I don't know where that ferret went over here.
По вашему приказу взвод построен.
Кажется, это не наши. Связь налажена. Транспортировки готов. Выгружу вот там. Кажется, это... Артиллерия ждет приказа. Назад, назад! Такси заказывали.
Like the first shot that comes in from the artillery is just bonking them every time. And counter battery should be pretty on point.
Приготовиться к бою.
Я уверен, что нам повезет в следующий раз. Назад, назад, назад!
Торможу!
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Сдаем назад! Аккуратно! Так точно!
Кажется, это не наши.
Разговорщики в строю. Так, держи. У нас потери.
Торможу!
Оружие на изготовку.
Еще один готов.
I can see how much like just spamming out the Vasilux is helping with cleaning up the Milans. Do I have any more I can bring?
Надо бы... Отведите это орудие.
Обнаружен противник.
Понял, товарищ командир. Жду ваших указаний. выдвигаться. Может, бахнем?
And they're
Остановимся.
moving.
Нас заметили!
It's just one problem with using mortars is they are going to make those blobs move out of the way.
Скрытно.
Проверка связи. Прием. Экипаж танка к бою готов.
Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Что ваших указаний?
Шире шаг.
Говорят, эта война будет быстрой. Кажется, это не наши. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Еще один готов.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Готовы вдарить, товарищ командир.
Fingers crossed we can get some pretty good shots there.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Мы поворот не пропустим.
Еще один готов.
На связи.
Цель поражена.
Готов. Бодрее, бойцы.
Да, товарищ командир.
Проверка связи. Прием.
Oh, did I lose another TAT?
Цель поражена.
Oh no, I just didn't bring in the fifth one.
Бахнем. Цель поражена. Корректируй огонь. Раскрыли!
Готов.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Одним империалистом остановить панику. В этот раз дойдем
Big
до
old artillery.
Так держать, бойцы! Быстрее! Каждая минута на счету!
Ждем цели указаний. Добавим огневой мощи. Мобильность и маневренность. Двигатель работает. Мы ждем. Остановимся. Может, бахнем?
Не ранен!
Орудие готово, командир.
We do have more artillery, so let's just bring this in. Having some It's just on fire at will would be a good idea.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир. Кажется, это не наши.
Гад, хватит сидеть! Вам что, заняться нечем? Проверить снаряжение.
I mean, like,
Обнаружен противник.
just
Приготовиться к
over
бою.
halfway there, but it's just taking a little while. Once the artillery comes in, like the last of the exercise, I think it should speed up a little bit. Because there is decent mobs like this that we can be targeting.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
We are limited on ammo, however, so that is going to be
Есть цели, командир.
a potential issue.
Вперед! На лихом коне! Еще один готов!
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Слушаю, товарищ командир. Готов к бою.
Вперед! Огонь с коротких!
Обнаружен противник.
Раскрыли! Может, огневой... Кажется, это не наши.
Бою, готов! Молодец, наводчик!
Давно хотел посетить капсулу.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
You can see the firewall coming into the work there. Oh, that's a blob.
Добавим огневой мощи.
Alrighty, let's just actually grab these 6
Может,
Ekateyas. So I want to manually fire these.
Молодец, наводчик!
склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Молодец, наводчик!
Есть цель, командир.
Я броня, цель обнаружена!
That's a lot of Milans there.
Артиллерия ждет приказа.
Нас здесь всех перестреляют.
Ждем цели указаний. Еще один готов.
Обнаружен
I lost the Dozhamiki on the left. The foxes and scimitars still scurrying about there.
Готовы ударить, товарищ.
That one's already been hit hard.
Идем туда.
Okay, well apparently it's dead already.
Обнаружен
Crazy.
Приготовиться к бою.
Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Цель поражена, товарищ командир. Цель поражена.
Обнаружен противник.
Корректируй огонь. Цель поражена. В вашем распоряжении.
Мехвод, к ориентиру вперед!
And we're going to push them out of the sectors anyway, so eventually we're just going to win by conquest.
Обнаружен
I
противник.
think that's probably what's going to happen before we win by
Понял.
kills.
Позиция. Отбой!
К бою готов. Да, товарищ командир.
And artillery is actually hitting really nicely there.
Приготовиться к бою.
Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Нас накрыли! Движение на горизонте! Сделаем, товарищ командир.
Может, чей... Молодец, наводчик!
Сейчас рванет!
На связи!
Цель поражена!
Боекомплекта больше нет!
Так точно, товарищ командир! Кажется, это не наши!
Торможу!
Okay, the chieftain died. It's good.
Может, бахнем?
Выполнение боевой задачи готов. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Готов! Быстрее! Нужно оказаться там первыми! Проверка связи! Прием!
Just having to be pretty careful here as we move up, because we are losing stuff at a pretty fast rate
Обнаружен противник.
in terms of, like,
Приготовиться к
especially
бою.
artillery. Like, a lot of the 120s are either used up or dead now. The Veseliks are used up or dead.
Молодец, наводчик!
I got 4 more of those. Bring them in over here.
Хорошо горит! Боекомплекта больше нет!
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
I really want to try and take out more of the scimitars and the foxes, because those are worth 2 morale each.
Корректируй огонь! Впереди противник. Нам...
Артиллерия ждет приказа. В вашем распоряжении.
Давно хотел посетить.
Еще один готов. Обнаружен. Орудие готово, командир. Цель поражена.
Жду новых указаний. Молодец, наводчик. Хорошо горит. Ищем.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Удивить.
Just trying to get recon into position so we can see more stuff.
Ждем цели указаний. Так держать, бойцы! Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Готов. Быстрее. Нужно оказаться там первыми.
Проверить снаряжение. Есть цель, командир.
Задним ходом
Oh
марш.
dear.
Цель поражена.
Gotta fall back out of range of those.
Готово, командир. Цель поражена. Готовы ударить, товарищ командир. Заряжен. К бою готов.
Готов.
Бодрее, бойцы. Всем залечь. Ждем цели
Oh,
указаний.
many Milans.
Еще один готов. Все ранены. Да, товарищ командир. Орудие готово, командир.
Вся броня. Цель обнаружена.
Заряжен. К бою готов. Да, товарищ командир. У нас потери. Служу Советскому Союзу.
Выходим на рубеж спешки.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Достанем их из-под земли.
Артиллерия ждет приказа.
Good targets for the artillery anyway. We are on a +6, so it's a little bit of a
Еще один
time
готов.
limit now. Where did all the tanks end up? Let's bring this one this way.
Цель поражена.
Maybe it can
Вперед! Огонь
cover
с
that road
винтовки!
for us.
Есть цель, командир. Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир. Заряжен. К бою готов. Готовы ударить. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Цель поражена. Здесь мы легкая добыча. По нам работают. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
It's catching enemy artillery. That's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and micro counter battery. Like it's just really tedious to do that.
Поражена.
So we'll just let the counter battery do its work,
Еще один
which it has been. We've killed a lot of their artillery pieces. I can occasionally move these.
Здесь мы легкая добыча. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Отступаем. Орудие готово, командир. Это маневренная война. Обнаружен противник.
Разведчик, проверка связи. Прием. Достанем их из-под земли.
По вашему приказу взвод построен.
Давай быстрее.
You're gonna get this.
Громко и четко.
First time I've got to move up. There's even more Milans there.
Цель поражена!
Весь во внимании.
Цель поражена!
По вашему приказу взвод
So
построен.
many Milans.
Сделаем, товарищ командир.
Говорят, эта война будет.
Хватит сидеть. Вам что, заняться нечем? Красная армия всех сильней. Одним империалистом меньше.
Орудия готовы, командир. Корректируй огонь.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Товарищ командир.
Готовы вдарить, товарищ командир.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Цель поражена!
I'm gonna use these to just fire like halfway across the map because the dispersion is actually helpful.
Шире шаг.
Еще один готов.
Жду приказов.
Корректируй огонь.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир. Угас заряжен. К бою готов.
Готов к бою.
And this has been a very fatigue-efficient battle, I will put it that way. If we come out of this,
Царица
is this on here? We'll ruin those guys. Oh, where's my T-80?
Понял. Меняю позицию. Отбой.
Так держать, бойцы! Обнаружен противник. К выполнению боевой задачи готов.
Корректируй огонь.
У нас потери.
Может,
Those are out of ammo.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Artillery's all running out of ammo.
Орудия готовы, командир.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Боекомплект пуст, товарищ командир.
Герань готов к бою. По цели! Огонь! Приказы! Приготовиться к бою. Так держать, бойцы! К выполнению боевой задачи готов.
Another one bites the dust. I could say is slowly falling.
Так им.
К бою готов.
Я броня. Проверка связи. Прием.
Разведвзвод в вашем распоряжении.
У нас потери.
На связи. Хорошо горит. Торможу.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. В боевой порядок.
Мобильность и маневренность.
Alright, only 4 more kills to go.
Меня тут пули над головой свистят. Нас здесь вообще быть не должно.
Движение на горизонте.
Тыловое обеспечение на связи. Тормози, мы здесь подождем.
Танки грязи не боятся.
У нас потери.
Заряжен. К бою готов.
Не отставать. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
По дороге будет намного быстрее.
Выше нас только звезды.
Мехвод, к ориентиру в торможу. Вступаю в
Kill
бой.
that Milan, please.
Движение на горизонте.
Хорошо горит.
And kill whatever else you like.
Торможу.
heard it. All right, well, 40-minute, 55-second battle. That was something, but we managed to get the total victory. 180 kills, 29 losses. Unfortunately, a lot of artillery going down, but we killed so many of theirs. Like M110s, 155 mils. Like they lost a lot of artillery too. We killed so many Milans, which is great because moving forwards, it means that we're going to have more ability to use our own armored vehicles without having to worry about those Milans. Yeah, so many 155s gone down. We lost, let's have a look. So 3, it's only 3 I could say, it's actually not too bad. We lost a bunch of our slugs that I don't care about. The 120 mil descents, some Desantniki, the T-80 is kind of sad. Rheostat died. Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. That was a very nice battle because it disorganized this unit. It's also absolutely smashed to pieces that artillery unit, whatever it was. And yeah, it's left us in quite a good position here to continue more attacks. We're whittling down the front slowly but surely. Just kind of curious if we have any follow-up attacks. I do have this unit ready to go. If I were to move it here, it could actually attack twice. But actually, I say that, it's on 4 out of 8, so I can't attack twice with it, I can only attack once. In which case, I'm just trying to think what would be the best thing for me to hit. Like, would it maybe be the Green Howards? I think that it would be a bit of an annoying one to engage. I think I'm probably better off leaving that for my own helicopters. I think then instead we could just move over here and engage or just wipe out the 3rd Battalion. That may be a better choice. Like this. And they're going to assume that I'm bringing these guys, so let's just auto-resolve that, and that should give us the battle there. Cool. Alright, well, that's going to be the left front more or less done. I can't really see any other opportunities here because we just don't have the action points. And the rest of the units that are nearby are fatigued. But next turn, almost all of these tank units are going to be active. So there is certainly going to be destruction on that left flank. In the center, a lot of 5 out of 8 fatigue, so I think there's potential for attacks there. That's probably what we're going to be doing next time. For now, that's all, because unfortunately it's been my time. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. See you then. Goodbye.